Okay, last week we learned distance formula. Again, you do not have to have this memorized, but remember the square root of x2 minus x1 plus y2 minus y1. Can you underline those, please? Again, you should be in Desmos test mode, so all you should have on your computer is your calculator. I want you to underline these and take these notes because although y'all are like, oh yeah, I get distance formula. In 2 months, it's September, October, November, December. In 3 months, whenever you have to take your final in December for this class, you think you're going to remember distance formula that great?
No.
So I want you to be able to look at these notes and kind of remember when we take when we do our review. So first thing, we've already done steps 1 and 2. Label X1, Y1. So I'm going to do X1 and Y1, X2, Y2. And if you get confused, it tells you right there. And then we need to start our formula. Remember, I always do the square root, parentheses squared, plus parentheses squared. And what do I always put in the parentheses? Well, subtraction signs first, and then we'll get to that. All right, now we're just using these numbers and plugging into this formula. What is x2? 6. What is x1? 2. What is y2? What is y1? And that is all we are doing for plugging in. The new step, the last step, is going to be putting into your calculator. So, when I was grading, remember we did that thing in Schoology last week with distance formula? When I was grading, I did not count off because we had not gone over it, but a lot of you, when you were typing in, y'all made one little bitty mistake, so I want to make sure today we don't make that mistake. So can everybody go to their calculator? And we're going to type in the square root. The square root button's right here under the pi. Parentheses, 6 minus 2. Do this with me, please. Close your parentheses. And the squared is this one right here, this a squared next to y. What a lot of y'all did was y'all would arrow over and then hit plus. Do you see how now I no longer have the square root sign above this? That's a problem. So please, backspace, do not arrow over after the squared. You're going to type in squared and then just go plus. And that square root sign will keep going with you. 11 minus 8. Close the parentheses, squared. Does your square root go the whole way? Do this with me to make sure that you're typing it in right. What is our answer? 5. So this equals 5. And that's it. So not much new, right? Today on your worksheet, I'm expecting 3 things for every problem. I want you to label, I want to see you plug in, and I need an answer. So you do number 2. Go. So they are, and we're going to talk about that. What is your x2? 9. Minus, what is x1? 9 minus 5. What is y2? And what is y1? It is -2, so you should have a negative and a negative right here. Do you have to have that? What else could you put right there? So if you wanted to, if you don't like the two negatives make a positive. But you can keep it like that. Now, when typing this in, sometimes y'all like to, it's really easy to just kind of replace these numbers, right? Don't make sure, don't make sure. Please make sure you have two negatives right there. Did y'all get a big long decimal? Did y'all get this decimal? Okay. On the instructions here, it says round to the nearest tenth. What does tenth mean? That's 1 decimal place. Do you agree? We got 4.2 in the calculator. Yeah. So to go 1 decimal place, you need to look at the second decimal place. Look up, y'all. Is this number 5 or bigger? So since it's not 5 or bigger, it stays the same, and that's our answer. What if it was 1.6? Then it is 5 or bigger, so this number would change and go up to 4.2. Okay, so just be careful with rounding. Last question. It's letters, but does that change anything that we do? No. Yes and no, we just don't do the last step. But still, we're going to do x1, y1, x2, y2. And then you're going to plug in your letters, but not into the calculator, just right here. What's my x2? Am I going too fast? What's my x1? Y2? Y1. And because it's letters, you are done. I'm going to give y'all 30 seconds. I would like you to do the last two. All right, your 30 seconds are up. What's the distance between B and E? I got 8. Is that what y'all got? Cool. All right. What point is a distance of 10 units from F? It is B. Perfect. Make sure it's a capital B. All right. Now, I would like you to do warm up for Monday. Go. Do Monday's warm up. No. Oh my God. Spill that everywhere. I'm not like you. Why what? Because then people ask. It's not. So do we solve it? Yes, please solve it. I just got everywhere. You're gonna see. Okay. I'm not explaining this to you. Solve it out. Where'd you come for this? Okay. What? It's not. No. I don't think you do. All right, what's our x2? And our x1? Y2? Y1. When we plugged that in the calculator, what did we get? 20 is our answer. All right. That is what you are going to do for the next 20 minutes. I'm going to give you 20 minutes to complete these 12 problems. Can y'all look up for me real quick? The problems on here, you need to show me the 3 things I asked for. Look up real quick. The back. For the back, a lot of people today have gotten a little confused. Do you see how I gave you 2 points? Just do what you did on the front. People were trying to do rise over run, and they're like, oh, do I need to do Pythagorean theorem, blah, blah, blah. No, label x1, y1, x2, y2. It does not matter which one is x1 and which one's x2. Like, it doesn't matter. You're going to get the same answer either way. Y'all, this is the only problem on the whole thing you don't have to show work on. Think about how you would get the distance here without showing any work. A lot of people have gotten confused. Okay. If you can please open up your notebooks. Table of contents. What we did today is page 8. I'm going to come around and give you glue and this worksheet.
Oh, Audra. Then what do you say? No, explain to me what this is. Do you know what work actually after?
Yeah, the one we just took notes on, that's what's being glued in.
Like something, but not everything. Something like that, but not necessarily. He's auditing. I don't think it's not like that. It's like
Yes. I'm gonna have you take it right now.
not like that. Not like that. That's not what I meant. It's not like that.
Josh, if you don't mind going.
No, wait.
You do not need anything but a.
No, I didn't notice until after. Of course. Because I'm a little slow. I just gave it so to save energy. I just sorry, save energy.
I'm sorry, you too. You need glue? Okay.
No,
Forgot about it. I'm sorry.
I'm not that. No, somebody. Here you go.
Okay.